welcome or a welcome back, depending on if it's your first time here or not. So I'm making homemade laundry soap. I kept my jug and I just refill it. So this is almost empty. Last time I made this was about, I think, 7 months ago, if I remember right. And I'll show you how much I have left. See if I can drop you down a little bit. So that jug is almost empty and this is almost empty. I mean, that's still quite a bit. That's enough to probably fill that jug back up, or close to it. So okay, to start with, I have a kettle, boiling water. I need to probably turn this back on. And I have a KitchenAid grater. I've already washed it, but I have a KitchenAid grater and I just use this side to grate the soap. I use pink Zote soap. You can also use white or blue or whatever. Whatever kind you want. Oh, it's already, turn that off. So I already grated it. This is how it comes out. And this is pennies on the dollar compared to laundry soap. So it's just shreds of soap. And I already added my essential oils in here. I added orange and lavender. And by the way, this is a 7-ounce bar of soap. And it smells amazing. It smells so clean. So I have, this is my essential oils. So I got these from Walmart. You can use whatever kind you want to. I used probably 10 drops of lavender and I added some orange. These are the Lumiscents. It says Energize, Orange, and Lavender Relax. So kind of contrasting, but I'm getting low on a lot of these. So you don't have to add essential oils. You can add whatever kind you want. I think I also added some RC in there. This was from Young Living. Like I said, you can add whatever kind you want in there. So then all I did is put the essential oil on the soap. I just did that just to have those together. And then, let's scoot you over here. So then I also have borax. It's a detergent booster. You don't have to add these, you can. And I also have super washing soda, which is also a laundry booster. So you can add both of these or one. I'm going to add probably a little of both. So I added probably 3/4 of a cup of the borax. So this is going to be dissolving these in the boiling water in the bucket. Drop you back down again. All I'm going to do is take this mixture, dump it in, and you can just do this right in your bucket. And I'm going to add a little bit of water softener as well, the Calgon. Just because our water is so hard. I'm going to add 2 capfuls. Well, no, I'll add 3. It is a 5-gallon bucket. You don't have to add any of this extra stuff if you don't want to. And then I'm going to add my boiling water. And you want to add the boiling water because it will help dissolve your soap and all your stuff. And I'm adding more boiling water because of the cold detergent that was already in the bucket. That one wasn't hot enough to dissolve the soap. Still see the soap a little, it has to dissolve. Anyway, just stir it up to dissolve it, let it sit, and in about 24 hours you can still see some of the soaps like floating. So you're going to want to come back and stir it periodically. I mean, it's not hard work by no means. So you just want to come back and periodically stir it, and the next day it will, let me bring you back up. And so tomorrow, the next day, which obviously is tomorrow, it will kind of gel, and you want to go back and stir it again to break that gel. It's going to make like a gel layer. And so you want to break through that layer, stir it up again, and then fill your bucket full of water. You know, almost all the way to the top. And at that point, once your soap is dissolved, then you can add just room temperature water, cold water, or whatever. So that's all you do. So you can get these bars of Zote soap on Amazon or probably Walmart, different places. You can also get the essential oils if you want to add those at Walmart or basically anywhere. The same with the laundry boosters. You can probably get those at Dollar General, Walmart, Amazon, basically anywhere. Same with the Calgon. This was a little bit harder to find. I actually bought this in 2018, I think, and it was very hard to find. So if you can find that, then that's another good thing to have. And one 5-gallon bucket has lasted us over 7 months so far. So what I did is I kept, like I showed you, I kept my old Gain jug, and I just left the little bit of soap that was still in it. I left that, and I just filled this up. So this is 1¼ gallons. So then all you do is just open this, use a funnel, and pour it in. Just make sure also every time, because this is homemade, it's going to separate a little bit. So you want to make sure every time before you use this soap that you shake it. And just, you know, twirl it around and mix it up, and to combine all the ingredients back up. Okay, I'm back. This is after about an hour. It's already created like a gel. You see that? That's why I said you want to come back and continue stirring it to dissolve it. And the water's still warm. I can feel the heat coming up. So this makes a concentrate, but I don't know, once it gets completely dissolved, I like to just use it straight like this. You can add, like when you add it to your laundry detergent container, you can put half of it water and use this as a concentrate, but like I said, I like to use it straight and make it stronger. So it comes out to only, I think I figured it out, probably about $2 per 5-gallon jug. I mean, per 5-gallon bucket. Let me see if I can get this stirred up. Okay, I'm back. I got a whisk out and whisked the heck out of it. So I'll come back and check it again. If you can find a really long spoon, it would be even easier. So just keep going back and mixing it. And maybe if you have a big pot, like I use this whisk, but it has a short handle on it. So maybe if you have a big pot and you can have boiling water on the stove and mix the soap in that. Like the main thing is to get the soap dissolved. So however you can do that. Like I just poured the boiling water into it, but I don't think I quite had it hot enough. So I think I'm gonna add another kettle full of boiling water to this, and then like when I come back to stir it again, eventually just keep adding boiling water till I get it probably 2 to 3 inches from the rim. And instead of adding cold water, I'll just keep adding boiling water so it will keep dissolving. But I have it pretty well mixed up right now. So I'll bring y'all back when I go to open it and stir it again. It's still worth it at $3, $3 for a 5-gallon bucket. Okay, I'm back. It's the next day, and I did come back and stir this several times before I went to bed last night. And because I did that, look how beautiful this is. It's gelled, but it is not a big hard clump because I came and consistently stirred it after I made it. So now it's beautiful. I mean, look at that. This is how you want it. during the winter time, because it's a big 5-gallon bucket and we're in a small cabin with really nowhere to keep it, we did have it on the back porch. The last batch obviously froze, thawed out several times, and it did separate. So I'm not doing that this time. It's going to have to find a home inside, because I'm also worried about leaving it outside like during the summer and it getting too hot. So I don't want to do either one. So I'm going to keep it inside in a controlled environment. And now I'm going to show you dispersing it into the container.